I don't even understand. The deputy assistant to Donald Trump, where did Sebastian Gorka come from?
He comes from the anti-Muslim world. He was a
Well, no,
Breitbart
that, of course.
national security editor, and he's a self-styled Muslim expert. And basically, he's a poor man's Henry Kissinger.
Wow.
Because his accent is what drives his career.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you listen to this interview that he did with Michael Medved, apparently he's in charge of the "we're going to keep talking about fake news" desk. This is just, I don't know. Here's Sebastian Gorka.
To the ultimate level. Let me give you a couple of examples of how bad it is and why we're seeing this reality. When a man whose daughter converts to Orthodox Judaism to marry her fiancé, when that man is accused of being an anti-Semite in his statement for Holocaust remembrance, I mean, that's reprehensible, Michael, isn't it?
No, I do. I think it was way overstated. But wait, this is a perfect example, Dr. Gorka, because of course it's absurd to call President Trump an anti-Semite.
Do we know that he's a doctor? But I like how Michael Medved here. This is a perfect conversation for Michael Medved, because Michael Medved has always been one of those guys who has been, one of the supposed reasonable conservatives, but also supposed, always trying to. He has positions that are identical to other conservatives. It's just that he tries to deliver them with some measure of reason. But he's also a huge neocon, and he's going to express like, hey, but that whole thing with the Holocaust thing, it was weird. So maybe Donald Trump's not an anti-Semite. Maybe it's just that they have no problem trucking in anti-Semitism if it has value to them. Like, when you have to parse it like this, folks, all right? Yes, okay, maybe in his heart, Donald Trump is not anti-Semitic. Maybe he is. Who cares?
Maybe
who
gives a fuck? I don't know. I don't care.
It's not a question of whether or not he would allow his daughter to marry a Jew. It's a question of whether or not he would exploit anti-Semitism to increase his power.
Oh, definitely, yes.
Statement for Holocaust remembrance. I mean, that's reprehensible, Michael, isn't it?
No, I do. I think it was way overstated. But wait, this is a perfect example, Dr. Gorka, because of course it's absurd to call President Trump an anti-Semite. I mean, we should be so lucky as Jews that we should have a lot more anti-Semites like Donald Trump. That would be very wonderful.
That's weird.
However, can you acknowledge that that the statement that was issued from the White House was at least criticizable, at least questionable, in being the first such statement in many, many years that didn't recognize that a Jewish extermination was the chief goal of the Holocaust?
It's a Holocaust remembrance statement. No, I'm not going to admit it because it's asinine. It's absurd. You're making a statement about the Holocaust. Of course it's about the Holocaust because that's what the statement's about.
Pause. He can't even say, of course, like you keep expecting him to say, like, of course it's about the Jews. That's what the Holocaust was about.
Indubitably,
but
it was about.
All I'm saying is, he keeps saying, of course it's about the Holocaust.
Quite unhappy with
the Holocaust. We all know it's fake. I'm sorry. Did I say that?
It's asinine. It's absurd. You're making a statement about the Holocaust. Of course it's about the Holocaust because that's what the statement's about.
Well, I understand, but it's a state.
It's only reasonable to twist it if your objective is to attack the president. That's our problem, Michael. Not sundry bias. That there is a monumental desire on behalf of the majority of the media, not just the pollsters, the majority of the media, to attack a duly elected president in the second week of his term. That's how unhealthy the situation is. And until the media understands how wrong that attitude is and how it hurts their credibility, we are going to continue to say fake news. I'm sorry, Michael, that's the reality.
Do you think it's fake news to say that there were a great number of people, many of them, by the way, Jewish Republicans who supported Mr. Trump, who found that Holocaust statement imperfect and troubling?
But that's not the story.
I mean, the
story
Republican
isn't
Jewish
whether it was
Coalition, for
imperfect.
goodness sake.
Mike,
What's that?
The discussion isn't about an imperfect statement. The discussion is about anti-Semitism. That's the problem, Michael. And
no, I will agree with you, but you
reprehensible.
you did not hear from mainstream media. Honestly, you didn't. And I as the son of a mother who escaped Germany in 1934, I take this very, very personally.
I know you do.
I did not hear in the mainstream media, Dr. Gorka, anyone saying that the New York Times didn't pronounce Mr. Trump an anti-Semite. The Washington Post didn't do that. Who called Mr. Trump an anti-Semite?
Out there. Can I give you shall we
Bill
go on?
333
the
on
executive order
Twitter.
that's predicated on an Obama analysis of the most dangerous nations to America in terms of immigration is suddenly Islamophobic and xenophobic.
Okay, again, that's gets us into an entire other issue. I so much hope that we can continue the conversation on another occasion. My honor to engage with Dr. Sebastian Gorka, Deputy Assistant to the President.
Yeah, I like how Medved is like so, like supplicating.
I'm sorry, Mr. Gorka. Your accent always demonstrates how masculine and more intelligent you are than me.
I just don't do. It's so ridiculous.
I apologize to
Can't
say this,
believe
Mr.
I'm even having to talk about this. The idea.
Oh,
that
your mother had to
we
escape
did,
Germany.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
I
I bet
know,
she did.
I know.
Someone might take this clip and suggest that I somehow thought the Holocaust was a laughing matter, which is just
Ridiculous.
absurd.
If it even happened.
Look, let me be the first to say that if the Holocaust actually took place, it would have been very
Horrible.
much an overstep.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Everybody was saying that he was an anti-Semite.
Everyone said it. Vagina Slayer 333 on Twitter, who sets the whole press agenda for the New York Times and rest of the media.
How many parenthetical handles did I have to mute the other day
I
on
saw
Twitter?
he has an egg and 15 followers, which is really the Washington Post editorial page policy. What do you say we have a drink later and work this out?
I've got to go now. Stephen Bannon's serving child blood in the West Wing.
Peter
It's time
Thiel,
for us
Stephen Bannon, and I are going to be feasting on blood and plotting a war with Indonesia. Fuses our hatred of Asia with Muslims. Don't worry, your little Jew head.
I've got to go check my Sargon of Arkard YouTube feed to see what the latest outrage the people with vaginas
They're
have
trying to
committed,
destabilize the president.
against
and
all of
next
our
thing you know, we'll have
normal
Sharia, and we won't be
people.
able to play Grand Theft Auto 3 and murder hookers. For those of us that are too timid to murder hookers in real life.
Seb
I
Gorka should
prefer
do
the video
videos.
games. Steve prefers the real thing.